On this episode, How to Fish, we're in the Florida Keys going for some big snapper and mutton and spearfishing with my great buddies, William, Wilson, and Chris. Let's go. What was super nice about this water was there's no wetsuit needed. It was super warm. Didn't even need my rash guard, to be honest, but it was good to have it for sun protection. So this was my first time diving and using a pole spear. What's interesting about this dive is that we were in about 35 to 40 feet of water, which is typically a little deeper than what I'm used to. I'm used to diving at least maximum 25 feet, but this was definitely a good test. And you can see that obviously my breath hold could be longer, but I get for time. So it really sucked for the first few dives is that my goggles kept leaking, so I couldn't really stay in the water as much. It was super uncomfortable. But luckily my friend Chris was able to lend me his goggles, and you can see here one of my buddies was able to get a nice amberjack. And this one here is our first red grouper. Tasty fish. So here we have our guide who is actually being towed by the boat, and he's just looking for fish, very fishy areas. That's a quick way to find the spots. Now I'm going down for my next dive, looking around, but again, I don't see anything. You can see that we're getting pretty deep here. It's about 35 feet. And my breath holds are getting a little longer. So what I noticed down in the Keys is that it's probably pressured a lot more than Hawaii. There's less life down there when you are diving down. So here I'm just diving down when I saw that school of fish, but by the time I get down, they're already gone. And so, it's time to move up. So I wasn't able to actually film the guide diving down and hitting that grouper, but you can see we got a nice meal as he's pulling it up with his spear gun. It was really nice because we got grouper and mutton and a torg along with some other fish. And nice one! We were able to get to a restaurant afterwards and have them get up, and it was absolutely delicious. So here I do see a mutton as I'm diving down, and let's see if I'm able to get it. It's swimming away from me. I'm almost out of breath here. Gave it a shot, but not enough surface area. I would say that was probably one of my best shots. And here a mutton was actually shot, and there's a second spear gun. They're going down, and you can see the mutton actually escape out of the spear, and now the guide is cheating the mutton and shooting it again, and thankfully hit the mutton on a good shot this time, and so we got mutton for lunch.
You don't do that. You're not good. That's why I said I needed the second gun.
So here, one of my more experienced buddies is diving down and cocking the pole spear in search of fish, looking around, but on this dive he wasn't able to find one, so he's gonna come up for air. So I would say this was one of the more interesting dives. He is down there with the pole spear, and he actually hits a grouper. But the grouper immediately hides in a small rock formation, a little reef. So the pole spear gets stuck, and my friend pulls up, and now we see a giant bull shark. Look at that. It must have been at least 6 to 7 feet long, and the bull shark comes in to really take a look at the grouper and try to get it, but the bull shark wasn't able to, and it finally calmed down a bit. So our guide is actually diving down to go get the pole spear and hopefully the grouper, and he has his spear gun cocked ready just in case if the bull comes and attacks him. And he was actually able to get the pole spear out, couldn't get the fish, and the bull shark was still in the area, so we decided to make a move and get out. And so we got towed to our next spot, and here I am with a spear gun. We spotted something called a torg, and it kind of looks like a drum, and I'm looking for it underneath that reef there. Wasn't able to find it, so coming back up, and immediately our friend dives down and tries to look for that torg as well, while everyone else is recovering and watching from above. And he's looking for it. Is it there? Is it not? I couldn't see it. I wonder if my friend will see it. He's down there for quite a while, you know, like really looking at the dark crevices. What's interesting here with the dark crevices is that it's hard to see when you have the sight from up top. So you gotta get really in there for your eyes to adjust. Now we have our third buddy going down. He's looking for the torg, and let's see if he's able to find it. Looks like he finds it with his spear, pole spear, and he shoots it. And now the spear is stuck deep inside the reef, so he's unable to get that torg out with his spear. And this is just the nature of spearfishing. So usually when you have the buddy system, you can see right here the guide immediately goes down to try and retrieve the torg, and use buddy system so that this way you don't lose much time in terms of retrieving the fish in case there are sharks around. We didn't see any sharks here in this case, but yeah, the guide takes a while to really dig the spear out. I mean, he's really struggling there to try and pull it out. Talk about a long breath hold, huh? I'll give you a big thumbs up for that. And then finally the guy gets loose along with the nice juicy torg.
Nice!
Just beautiful. So that was a really nice day. The waters were kind of rough. One of our buddies, Chris, he didn't feel too well, but you know, what are you gonna do? And yeah, stay tuned for more. This here, my buddy gets last grouper for table fare, and the groupers are actually kind of nice to shoot. They don't really run away; they just stare at it. And look at that beauty right there. All right, let's subscribe.